Hello, everybody, and welcome to Swampy Comics. I'm Swampy, and today we're going to be going over the tier list for all the new comics that I picked up that came out this last week of February 11th, 2026. And it's a pretty meager stack this week. Got 9 comics in total, mostly from DC, but that's going to be changing pretty heavily here in the future. I mean, DC is going nowhere in my stack. We're just going to be adding more Marvel and stuff in the future. So, thanks for hanging on, Marvel fans. We're going to be getting around to that on a much more regular basis. But nonetheless, let's get started with this week. First up, we got Absolute Wonder Woman Annual 2026 #1. This is written by Kelly Thompson with art on this one, art and colors done by Mattia De Ulis, and letters by Becca Carey. And wow, what a way to start off the stack. I just can't say it any louder that this is one of the best issues of a comic that I've ever read. I was this hit on every level. The art in this is second to none. This story is so good. The characterization of Diana uh, is done so well. The playing with mythology is just top tier, and I love this. I love this so much. I just, yeah, just go read it. I don't know what else to say. I was just over the moon with this, the way that Diana handled this situation, the way she was praying to Athena over and over and over again as she's going throughout her adventures, helping people on Earth, and until Athena just gets sick of it and it's like, fine, come visit me. Ugh. I really liked that. The pettiness of the Greek gods is on full display in here, and seeing Medusa and her sisters was really cool. This was so good on every level. Just great. Yeah. I mean, obviously an S tier book. I mean, the way I'm talking about it, how could it not be? Yeah, I really love this. The best book on the shelves continues to impress and outdo itself yet again. Like, this absolute Wonder Woman run is insane and just insanely good. But enough about that. Let's move on to the next comic. We got Action Comics number 1095. It's written by Mark Waid with art and colors by Patricio Del Pesce and letters by Steve Wands. We're still in our Superboy era as he's in Smallville. We see this issue mostly from the point of view of Pete Ross, as he kind of saw last issue when Clark went out to save some people when he thought he was asleep camping. Um, but yeah, he saw Clark transform into the suit, and it brings up a lot of questions with Pete, and whether or not he can trust Clark anymore. And I thought it was all handled really well. Um, I do really like this Superboy era, and especially this Smallville chunk that we've been getting lately. But I'm really ready for Action Comics to kick it up a cosmic notch, as it will be here pretty soon. So, yeah, I did enjoy this issue, but honestly, one of the less impressive ones that I've read of Action Comics in general. But yeah, it's not bad by any means. Just a little slow and fine. We're just gonna put it at a B tier there because it's didn't give me straight face or bored or anything. Just didn't impress me much, but still solid issue all around. B tier, still a good grade. Next up, we got Aquaman number 14. This is written by Jeremy Adams with art by Daniel Bayliss, colors by Rex Locus, and letters by Dave Sharp. Here we have, Lolana Marana Chala, Mara's mother, coming out of full disguise and taking Aquaman's power from him. Um, yeah, I was just kind of not sure about this issue. Honestly. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was just I'm trying not to shit on it, but it was. It, I'm just it just we spent so much time getting to this place, and it's nice kind of getting some history as to what happened with Atlantis and how it was blocked out from being viewed pre DCKO and all of that. But I don't know. It just is pretty convoluted. Still fun and still full of action, but I don't know. This issue didn't hit with me as much as I thought it would. And the DCKO tie-in is tangential at best for sure. But I don't know. I'm really excited for this next phase of Aquaman, where we're getting Emperor Aquaman and a title change with the book. So we'll see where we go from here. But man, I really like the first chunk of this series, but the last couple of issues has kind of been treading water, no pun intended. So yeah, we're just gonna put this in Steve here and leave it there. Next up, we got Bleeding Hearts #1. Oh, let me switch the slide here. Bleeding Hearts #1 from Vertigo. Vertigo's first new original series. I mean, Nice House by the Sea is totally an original series, but it's also on its 7th issue. So new Vertigo's first #1 here with Bleeding Hearts by Dennis Camp, with art by Stippen Morian, colors by Matt Hollingsworth, and letters by Hassan Atsmain Al How. And boy, oh boy, I really dug this. It just, I mean, it did its job as a #1 issue. A lot of this is all setup and kind of getting you used to this world and what kind of weird zombie world we're in for. And I know you've heard it before where it's like, oh, this doesn't feel like any other zombie story. And I mean, this applies here too. I really like this stylized take on zombies, the weird little culture that the zombie horde has amongst itself, its naming conventions, and I can't wait to learn more about the few survivors in this world and why our main character Poke has a heart that has started beating again. Yeah, um, Dennis Camp rules. The guy seems like he can do no wrong, and unless Marvel editorial has something to do with it. But yeah, I really like where we're going from here. Um, I'm glad I picked this up. I wasn't going to, but then I really decided a couple of weeks ago, no, I'm going to try Bleeding Hearts out, and I'm into it. So this is firmly going to go in A tier because I really enjoyed Bleeding Hearts. Off to a great start with Vertigo. Really nice feel to it, and I can't wait for End of Life and Ezra Kane, and yeah, um, this phase of Vertigo is going to be a lot of fun. But next up, we got DCKO #4, written by Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson, with art by Zermanico and Javier Fernandez, colors by Alejandro Sanchez, and letters by Hassan Atsmain Al How. How did I do that? He has 2 books in a row, and I messed him up. Um, DCKO #4. This is where, our penultimate DCKO issue, in which our heroes fight corrupted versions of the Absolute Trinity. Yeah, a lot of fun. This event has been controversial for some. A lot of people haven't been able to buckle up and just get in for the silly, fun ride we're having here. And I kind of get it. Some people want a little, more depth out of their events, but this event was also never marketed as something with a whole lot of depth. I mean, we are just kind of using the smashing our action figures together to just get into the next phase of cosmic goings on in this era of DC, and I'm here for it. I thought the action in this was super fun. I love Joker's heel turn. I love that I predicted the winner of DCKO. Lex Luthor is King Omega. Yeah, so much fun was had here. I really like the end part between Saturn Girl and Darkseid. He's in full like Moses from South Park mode, or Zordon, just really cool imagery, and just a great excuse to have some crazy over the top fun. I really did enjoy this, and we're gonna put it firmly in A tier, right next to Bleeding Hearts. And our next book is Green Lantern Corps number 13. That's right. Written by Morgan Hampton with art by Juan Jose Rip, colors by Chris Sotomayor and Yao Canola and Matt Herms and Ian Herring and Arif Peronto and Hi-Fi. Letters by Dave Sharp. Yeah. So we just pick right up. Enquar has flooded Oa. I was kind of hoping we'd get a little more setup going into this big, huge battle. But I did end up liking what we got here. Um, Among just the battle on Oa with Enquar, we get some cool characterization of Fatality. Fatality is now an Indigo Lantern. No, Yira. I guess we should start calling her Ira Sinril because Fatality seems like a weird name for an Indigo Lantern. But yeah, we have a new Indigo Lantern, and she seems to be a pretty powerful one. I really like where this ended up, even if this little era, this few issue era post Starbreaker Supremacy was a little messy and wild. It was fun all the way through, and nothing that I would consider bad. Just not hitting the heights of Green Lantern's past, which is an impossible task in most cases. So unfair to hold it against the Johns run or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just having fun with this. I really like what Hampton's doing with the book. I really like Enquar. I like the way that he was defeated. And I mean, as a Guy Gardner fan, I really like where this issue left off with a bunch of baby versions of the emotional entities telling him he's going to be gifted with the All Sight to help track all of them down or something. I don't know. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy, and it's going to be Guy Gardner centric. So I'm here for it. All in all, just a solid issue. I'll give it a B tier. Yeah, B tier is good. Next up, we got. Oh, I forgot to take this out of the slideshow. Ordained number 2 got delayed, so not this week. But we'll move on to Planet She-Hulk number 4. This is written by Stephanie Phillips with art by Emilio Liso, colors by Fabi Marquez, and letters by Joe Caramagna. Jennifer Walters fights her ex, and more importantly, a mind-controlled version of her ex, Jack of Hearts, as she's defending the honor of the gladiator Quaid, as he's been accused of murdering the wife of Corvin Blackjaw, who's making a play for the throne of Sakaar with the help of Rowan Creed. And yeah, this was fun, action packed. I gotta say, I didn't expect the betrayal at the end of this issue, but it seems like Jen has broken Jack of Hearts' kind of blank mind control thing that he was under. So hopefully he can give her a hand in sorting out this crazy Game of Thrones ish, intriguey situation. I've been thoroughly enjoying this series. I'm going to be buying whatever next She-Hulk book is going on, and I mean, just the way that this is so solid, it makes me excited for the way that Stephanie Phillips is going to be handling the upcoming Daredevil series. So just a lot of good coming out of this. And coming from somebody that didn't pay attention to any of the Imperial stuff, I barely know the Planet Hulk story. Coming into this with a fairly just fresh take on everything, like I just feel right at home at this, and I really like this. I'm bummed it's going to be a mini series, but can't wait to see where the character ends up next. We're going to throw this one firmly in the A tier. And next up, we got Supergirl number 10, hitting the double digits with Sophie Campbell's Supergirl run, as they have written this title with art and colors by Joe Quinones and letters by Dave Sharp. Our last of the holiday issues, kind of a Valentine's Day issue here, where we have Kara just totally in love with this dude, and she just thinks he's so hot and cute. And well, it turns out that it's more the pink kryptonite that he has for an earring. that's bringing her in and kind of messing with her mind as we have a strange kryptonite entity come out and battle her, with Lena and Luna in the background, up to no good and just being mischievous friends, but also helping save the day in the end. This issue ended up being a lot more action packed than I thought it would be. I really enjoyed this a lot. I was really getting sick of the holiday run, but I feel like it ended really strong with this issue. And we're just getting right into the next phase of the Supergirl book and approaching what has just been announced as the summer of Supergirl. We had the summer of Superman last year. This year we're having the summer of Supergirl, and I'm totally on board for it. So hyped. As we get Superboy Connor Kent coming in, flying in at the end, um, wondering what the hell she's doing and why she's not in Kandor helping out all the bad stuff that's going on. And I really can't wait to see what's going. I can't wait for this Kandorian adventure. Things are going to be wild and crazy and Kryptonian and Silver Age as hell, and I'm here for it. So this issue left me with a pretty strong impression. I was very happy with the end of this arc, this holiday arc, and really excited for where we're going to go from here. So we're putting Supergirl in the A tier. And next up, we got The Expanse, A Little Death, number 4 of 4, bringing this wonderful miniseries to a close. This is written by Andy Diggle and Wes Chatham, with art by Francesco Pizza and colors by Sarah Stern, letters by Simon Boland. Um, in Amos's pursuit to find missing children on the colony of Oberon, he's run afoul of so much of the criminal underworld and killed a lot to find out that it's actually his buddy that's behind it all. And even so far as much that is that not only is he the one making these kids disappear for fairly altruistic reasons, we'll get to that in a second, but Eric's the one that's kind of weaponized Amos against a lot of his rivals by using children as a way to get Amos to contend against those who wronged Eric. This was so good. I loved the reveal. This was so in character for Eric, so in character for Amos, the way this was handled. And, so in character for Eric as somebody who was abused as a child in Washington, D.C., back on Earth, or Baltimore, sorry, that he's bringing in these kids to make them criminals like him, but doing it in a nice, fair way. Like, they're totally going to be criminals, but he's not abusing them. It's like a school that's going to teach you all the ins and outs of how to be a good criminal. And everything worked here. And I feel like the art stepped it up a big notch for this last issue. So well done to Francesco Pisa. And I really love the 30-year flash forward that we get, because the short story Oberon in the Expanse universe is, of course, Eric focused way after the events of this. And it's kind of cool to see what is, kind of going on with the school that we were introduced to. And not only that, but getting a cool visual of an older Eric with his new metal hand, right before the Laconian Empire starts sinking its teeth into all the systems brought together by the Ring Worlds. Anybody who's not watched The Expanse has no clue what I'm talking about. But anyway, this was good. I'm very, very, very happy this existed. Well done, Wes Chatham and Andy Diggle. One of my favorite character actors with what he did for Amos, and one of my favorite Swamp Thing writers, working together to do a great miniseries. An amazing achievement. I thought it was really good. But was it the pick of the week? Not quite, because we see there's only one S tier book. And like I said, with no hyperbole earlier, this is literally one of the best comics I've ever read in my entire life. It was just an achievement. Yeah, so good. Definitely my pick of the week. So that's the stack. Sorry I was a little late to get into my personal life. I haven't felt like recording this for the past couple of days. My father passed away last week, and it's been a rough one. So this one's for my dad. Miss you, Dad. And thanks for watching. Until next time, give a like and subscribe. Be careful out there, and keep reading.